Chapter 1. The Root, the Nuclear Question. For decades, Iran has been building up its nuclear program. Iran says it's for energy, peaceful purposes. But the US and Israel aren't buying it. They believe Iran wants a nuclear weapon and that they're getting close. Back in 2015, a big deal was made. The Iran nuclear deal, also called the JCPOA. Iran agreed to freeze its nuclear program in exchange for relief from sanctions. For a few years, it held. Then in 2018, Trump pulled the US out of the deal entirely. Iran, frustrated, started quietly ramping up uranium enrichment again. The tension never really went away. Chapter 2. The Proxy War Era, 2023 to 2024. Fast forward to October 2023. Hamas attacks Israel. War breaks out in Gaza, and Iran-backed groups start getting very active. Iran-backed forces launched more than 200 attacks on US and Israeli targets in Iraq and Syria. The Houthis in Yemen start targeting ships in the Red Sea. Hezbollah fires rockets from Lebanon into Israel. Iran isn't fighting directly, but its fingerprints are everywhere. This is what people call a proxy war, using allies to do the fighting. The US strikes back, hitting Iran-linked targets in Syria and Iraq, but it's still not a direct war. Not yet. Chapter 3. Things escalate, 2024 to 2025. In 2024, Israel and Iran's confrontation shifted from indirect, proxy-based hostilities to direct exchanges of strikes. Israel launches massive strikes targeting Iran's air defenses and missile production. Iran fires back with drones and ballistic missiles. Meanwhile, Israel's actions significantly weakened Iran's two biggest allies, Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon, and the Assad regime in Syria collapsed entirely. Iran's network of allies, what they called the Axis of Resistance, was crumbling. Then in June 2025, the US and Israel conduct joint strikes on Iran's nuclear sites directly. Bunker buster bombs, stealth bombers. The US estimated Iran's nuclear program had been set back by 2 years. Iran is hurt, but it's still standing. Chapter 4. The Breaking Point. February 2026. Trump returns to the White House in 2025 and brings back his maximum pressure campaign on Iran. Diplomacy is tried. Talks happen in Geneva. Iran's foreign minister called a potential agreement within reach just days before the conflict began. But it fell apart. On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched a large-scale offensive against Iran. The operation began with joint strikes on Tehran, Isfahan, Qom, and other key cities, targeting military commanders, nuclear facilities, and senior leadership. The human cost on the Iranian side has been devastating. Over 1,000 Iranian civilians have been killed. Among them, more than 180 children killed when a girls' elementary school in the city of Manab was struck while class was in session. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who had ruled Iran for over 35 years, was killed in the initial strikes. Iran immediately retaliated, launching drones and ballistic missiles across the region. Hundreds have been killed. US service members have died. Oil prices are surging. The Strait of Hormuz, which carries a huge chunk of the world's oil, is nearly empty of tankers. Chapter 5. Current Situation. The war is active and spreading. The US Senate blocked a resolution that would have limited Trump's ability to continue military strikes, so the operation continues. Iran is retaliating, hitting US assets, Gulf Arab countries, and even targeting shipping lanes. A power vacuum now exists in Iran for the first time in decades. Trump says the operation could last 4 to 5 weeks. The world is watching, and no one is quite sure how this ends. So here's the simple version. Decades of tension over a nuclear program, a web of proxy conflicts across the Middle East, a collapsing network of Iranian allies, and then a decision to go to war. If you want a deeper dive into any part of this, let me know in the comments.